but we are from the International Tennis Writers Association, ITWA, group of about 100 tennis writers who cover the sport around the world. And we have a vote to pick the ITWA Ambassador of the Year, a player who represents the sport well, is always willing to answer questions, speak at news conferences, whether after a win or a loss, speak to us for feature stories. And in this year's vote, Coco Gauff.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Oh, wow, that's nice. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Nice. Thank you.
I was worried a bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at least I would have got this then, so that's cool. Thank you. I didn't.
You lost the match, but you're ambassador.
Yeah, I'm ambassador of the year. Very cool. Thank you. Nice.
Would you like to make a speech before we start? Or?
No. No, it's super cool. I always try to be honest and be positive and give you guys my thoughts. So I'm glad that you guys acknowledge that. So yeah, I'll try to always be nice, but we'll see. But I've lost some tough ones and came in and gave you guys a good one. So I don't think I'll change.
Okay, well done. Questions, Ava?
It's up to us to ask the good questions, yeah. Here goes. Coco, you mentioned on court how mentally exhausting this match was. I assume part of that is just obviously trying to work on a really big shot while you're playing the U.S. Open. I wonder when you kind of made that decision to bring your new coach on and do that here, did you have to talk to your team about how to like combat the extra mental strain there? Or when you make a decision like that, do you just say like, grit your teeth, get through it?
Yeah, when I said that, I was referring more to the practice week, not the match. I mean, the match it is what it was. I'm so used to these long battles. But yeah, the practice week, it was tough because I was spending a lot of time on court, literally serving until like my shoulder was hurting. And yeah, it's just tough. I think, I feel like it's in the right direction. And I think for me is trying not to go back to old habits in those like tighter moments. And I think I did that today, especially in the third set. But yeah, I know when I did this, I was not gonna like maybe serve the best. But I don't know. I just felt like I don't want to waste any more time. Like, if I could have worked with Gavin earlier, I would have, but obviously he was on the team with another player. And so I was just like, I have no chance. And then he magically became available. And yeah, I knew I had to make a quick decision because I knew he would be pretty sought out after. And yeah, this was what it was. And yeah, I think hopefully this time next year I'll be serving much better.
Okay. Matt?
Well done, Coco.
Thanks.
On the court during the match, is it going through your head like old habits, new habits? I mean, that must be a miserable place to be when you're trying to win a third set. And is that what you're feeling? And like, how did you work through that and just try and focus on the ball?
Yeah, honestly, in that third set was a definition of that. Like that game where I served out at 5-4, that was definitely like an old habit. And the next game was a lot better. And yeah, I think, the more I get confident, the more I can go for it. Like, I don't think I serve so fast today. I would like to get up there in the numbers. But I know I have to get a lot of reps in. And, Ajla played great. I feel like, if it was maybe another player, it would be a much more straightforward match. But I feel like we had so many long rallies and things like that. I don't think she missed too many returns. So, yeah, it's definitely tough going through the match and battling that internal battle, especially this is the first tournament. I wish that the universe happens how it is, but I wish I could have done this maybe in Montreal, but, it is what it is. And, yeah.
Okay, go Howard, Simon, Ben. Howard?
On the serve, the idea of what you're working on with Gavin, how much of it has to do with the approach versus the physical mechanics of the serving? And also, you mentioned that 5-4 game. After what happened there, what was it like for you to step out there at 6-5 in the third?
Yeah, no, I think it's all mechanics. The approach is, I mean, people have told me certain things, and now it actually makes sense. And now it's just really trusting that new motion in those moments. And yeah, basically I told myself at 6-5, I was like, okay, I can't I have to trust what the work we did on court, and that's what I did at that game. And yeah, it's a new motion. And at times I do it well, and at times not so well. But when I do it well, or when I do it, it's always a good result. It's just reminding myself how to do it. But obviously, there's so many things going in my head at those tough moments. I'm not just thinking about the serve. I'm thinking about, how to play out the point, where to serve, what she's going to do. So, yeah, it's tough. But I think for me, I just have to remember how I felt in the moments today and try to use that in the next match.
Simon.
Sorry for another serve question, Coco, but when you're learning something like this, is it a bit like learning a new language? Is it popping in your head at night? Are you seeing things?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it's definitely like, it's like learning a new language, honestly, even like looking at tag posts of me, and like me and Gavin sending each other things back and forth, like, oh, like this picture looks good, this one doesn't look as good. And yeah, I think for me, I'm trying to not become as obsessed with it, but it is a bit because I know that this is the part of my game that needs to improve if I want to get the results that I want to receive. And yeah, I'm someone that I'm not making any excuses. It's not a mental thing; it's a biomechanical thing that I had wrong, and I'm just trying my best to get it right.
Right. Ben and then Brian.
Explain on how the new motion results in the drop in velocity of serve, like how just going through, just thinking about it, more or less fluid motion so far, how has that slowed down, and how do you think it's going to ramp back up to the sort of MPHs you're used to hitting?
Yeah, no, it's a personal choice to serve slower. If I want to get up, I can. A couple of times I think I hit like 115 or 114 around that range, but no, it's a personal choice and not anything I was told. So yeah, I know if I need my serve to get up, I can get it up, but it's about making sure I'm staying in the motion that we worked on.
Brian.
I know from the layman's eyes what it looks like to us, but from your point of view, what was the, technical change? Is that just rotation of where you're rotated, and how long before that kind of becomes muscle memory, so you don't have to sit there and chew up bandwidth thinking about it while you're trying to serve?
Yeah, I don't want to give out everything that we're working on. I'm transparent, but I'll keep that for myself. But how long? I don't know. It's been 4 days, and I'm in the 6 days, and high stress situation. I would love for this to be a 500 that I'm playing, but it's not. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
Were you mindful of that match that Ajla played against Aryna 3 years ago, and what she could do here, and how she's going 12 months in? Just an assessment on how she's going 12 months back into.
Yeah, no, I was very aware, and I honestly, before the match, I told myself that she was probably going to play that level of tennis again, where she just is steady off the ground. I watched that match with Serena, so I expected that level today, where I felt like she was just going to be solid, not going to miss. When take her chances when she, was the right decision to, but just really be on there. And that's what she did, and I think she does better in the bigger lights. I played her at the Olympics, and complete opposite of a match. So yeah, it's difficult when you face opponents who can, maybe not play their best tennis for the year and then step it up. But I think that this is a match that I needed. I don't think it could get any more stressful than this, honestly. First round is more stressful than the final in my experience. So yeah, I think for me, it was a good test.
Okay, just two more. Tamani and then Ava.
Hey, go on.
Thanks.
I'm curious, just aside from the surf stuff, obviously coaching partnerships, you're getting to know someone, right? And it's important to have trust with them. What is it like getting to know Gavin in this kind of heightened situation without there being much of a kind of build-up to it?
Yeah, no, he's a very nice guy. And, I think a lot of it, I do trust him because a lot of it, there's facts and science behind it instead of someone just telling you to do this and you just do it. And I think, when I believe in a coach and a plan, I can play some good tennis. And yeah, I think for me, it's just trying to trust all the things that we worked on the court. And yeah, again, it's been only a week. I hope, I'm here in the second week and there's a much different plan. But if not, I am looking forward, regardless of how this tournament goes. I hope I'm here to the end, but just looking forward to having a lot of time before Asia.
Ava, close it out.
Just to follow up, but with all that footage and like data you have at your hands, are you guys really looking at tagged posts for? Is that just because it's like?
No,
Twitter?
that was more me.
Okay.
I don't think Gavin is using tag posts. No, that was more me. I was just looking. No, he has all the videos and things like that. And I mean, I guess I have the access to it too. But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like just getting it, at a random time when I know I'm not being filmed or like by him. Maybe I feel like sometimes when he pulls out the camera, maybe I just do it better. So yeah, I think just looking at all the types of angles and things like that. Yeah, I don't know who the user was, but I did see something. So I appreciate the fans for tagging me.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coco.
Thanks.